unprecedented in its use of national security powers to hide almost every aspect of its existence from the public view until now.
A secret prisoner in a secret trial, sent to jail in secret. The identity of witness J, as he's known, cannot be disclosed, but circumstances of his arrest, prosecution and imprisonment are extraordinary and unprecedented.
Secret trials are the mark of a totally different kind of society that we've always disapproved of.
This is not the way we do justice in Australia. I think the Commonwealth has a lot of questions to answer here.
Witness J was a Duntroon graduate who served in East Timor and Afghanistan as a military intelligence officer. He's also served in Iraq, but his decorated career unravelled during a posting to a Southeast Asian capital. His top-secret security clearance was under review, as happens about every 5 years for people in his line of work. Some anomalies in his answers during interview triggered concern he wasn't being entirely truthful about his behaviour as a single man on a foreign posting. From his Asian base, witness J had by now become gripped by a mental health crisis, his condition heightened by anger at his employer's assessment he might be a compromise risk. Next came a fateful decision. He fired off complaints by email and other unsecure means back to Australia in clear breach of security protocols. He named colleagues whose behaviour he believed was more egregious. And worse, he was accused of identifying foreign agents recruited for Australian direction and control, considered grave, practically unforgivable sins in his trade. Witness J was arrested and remanded in custody by ACT Chief Magistrate Lorraine Walker in May last year, first in solitary confinement and then in the sex offenders wing of Canberra's Alexander McConaughey Centre, where it was deemed he'd be safest. There's no suggestion he was a sex offender. The trial before Justice John Burns was held in secret. Witness J pleaded guilty to 5 charges and sentenced in February to 2 years and 7 months jail. Only 13 words exist on the court's public record about witness J's trial. Not that they're illuminating. Matter suppressed in its entirety. Justice Burns said the decision to close the court was at the request of the parties and was not taken lightly. He acknowledged such orders were generally undesirable.
The Attorney-General has said that the information is of a kind that could endanger the lives or safety of others.
What we've seen here is a complete negation of the principles of open justice.
Former Supreme Court Judge Anthony Wheely says his experience in terrorism trials in New South Wales shows there are ways to run sensitive cases and keep courts open.
Of course they have to protect genuine national security issues, but they have to allow trials to be as open as possible, and this one certainly wasn't.
There's no doubt the nature of witness J's crimes required delicate handling by the legal system and that some secrets must remain secret. But the tried and tested principle still applies. Justice not only has to be done, it has to be seen to be done. And that was impossible because of the route taken here. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.
New South Wales fire crews are battling 5 blazes currently at emergency level. 3 firefighters have been airlifted to hospital after being injured in a blaze southwest of Sydney. At the height of today's conditions, there were 7 emergency level fires, with many still yet to be contained. Homes and lives are under threat from the state's far north coast down to the Victorian border. Residents in some areas have been told it's too late to leave.
I'm really scared. Yeah, I'm really scared. I kind of wish I had gone a few days ago, but you try to think of the best and, yeah, I'm scared.
Sydney residents are enduring the longest period of air pollution on record, with thick smoke haze expected to continue until at least Saturday. Meanwhile, a bushfire continues to rage across Queensland's Darling Downs, which has already destroyed